Myself, my name is Natut Bangla, student number 62123405085. Today, my friend and I would like to present Chapter 5, Fixing Common Writing Problems. Every one of us has our own writing, but you can learn to improve yourself in writing. Okay, first, organizing your document. Many people, including a number of experienced writers, say that organization is the biggest challenge. Paragraph for logic. Here's a much easier way to look at paragraph. Start with the idea that each chunk of text should contain no more than 3 to 5 sentences. Read over what you are writing and look for logical use following technique. First, scan your text to find place where you introduce a new idea or fact, or where you change direction. Second, if your paragraphs are still more than 3 to 5 sentences long, go through the whole page again and make decisions on an experimental basis. Third, look carefully at the first sentence or each newly created paragraph. Finally, look at your paragraph again in order and check whether any wording needs adjustment. Next, building with subheads. Add a subheading that makes readers perceive the essence of article in order to make understandable, easy to read, and know all the content without having to read much, but more importantly, the topic must correspond to the main point. For example, suppose you are a department manager writing to tell your staff that a new customer relationship management system will shortly be introduced and they are required to attend training workshops. You realize that this will meet resistance because everyone is used to the old uncoordinated and uncooperative system. Example, new CRM system change how we work. Everyone must use it. System will save us time. System will encourage information sharing. Mandatory workshop training scheduled to come. Rollout date March 6th. Department Q&A meeting February 1st. Working with transitions. Transitions can consist of single words, phrases, or sentences. They can be put to work within a sentence, to link sentences, and to connect paragraphs. Think of them in the following categories. To continue shift, a line of thought, or indicate agreement or addition, such as additionally, on the other hand, also, but, and, however, and for example. To establish a sequence for time frame, such as soon as, ultimately, at the moment, finally, and next. To indicate example or emphasis, such as in other words, for this reason, namely, in this case, and on the positive side, to reinforce a desired focus or tone, such as it sounds good, but given that, I'm sorry to say, unless, and in the hope that. Next, working English, numbers and bulleting. Number list. Use number list to present sequence of events, procedures, and processes. For example, a numbered list can guide listeners on how to do something. Follow this step to sign up for the online workshop. First, go to the November workshop section of the company intranet. Second, choose November options. Finally, check the workshop and start date you want. Bullet list. Use the same sentence structure for every bullet. Start each item similarly. Sentence structure must be followed so as not to confuse readers. You can begin bullet points with action verbs. Should not be used more than 7 bullets because it will make it difficult to read, and should use some sentence structure for every bullet, such as, when you weekend in Timbuktu, be sure to pack first, tropical microfiber clothing. Second, sunglasses with a good UV coating. Finally, sun hat with extra long visor. Don't be lazy and create bullet lists of unrelated mix and match thoughts like this. Here are goals to aim for in business writing. First, you want a conversational but professional tone. Second, when you quote numbers, check that your readers use those systems. Third, don't be emotional or make things up. Finally, Jane is trying to standardize a similar look on charts and graphs. Once she does so, use two standards. You can refine this list by rearranging points 2 through 4 to start like the first one. You want to check that all numbers quoted are in line with systems your reader use. You want to avoid emotion or making things up. Bullets in PowerPoint must be clear and not too much content.
Catching common mistakes. Using grammar can be mistakes in a sentence. Be aware of your own mistakes. Grammar-related growth in this book more modestly is to raise your consciousness. In the follow section, I show you the problem I most even find in even solid writers. 1. Using comma sense. The correct use of comma in sentence is add more space to the explanation, but using too much can lead to confusion and problems. Should use simple punctuation properly. replace the punctuation marks. 2. Using however correctly. The correct use of however in sentence. We can substitution however with but. Alternatively, you can sidestep the however problems and or solidify your wording in one of this way. Replace however with but. Use however only begin sentence. Move a however that fall in the sentence. 3. Matching nouns and pronouns. Pronouns have simple function to stand in for nouns, so you don't have to keep repeating them. For example, just between you and I, Jean was correct. Mark, Harold, and me will go to the conference. Both sentences are wrong. In the first sentence should be just between you and me, Jean was correct. And second sentence should be Mark, Harold, and I will go to the conference. We have trip is just reword the sentence to avoid the problems. The words in the noun pronoun mashup are each, anyone, anybody, everyone, either, neither, nobody. All are singular pronouns. 4. Waging which versus that. Should look at sentence that we should use which or that. If you use which, you should have comma, which always requires two comma. For example, we provide afternoon break which we know help reduce stress. If you remove the noun essential phrase, the sentence becomes we provide afternoon break that help reduce stress. 5. Considering who versus that. Contemporary writing is chock full of that and very few whos. People has become depersonalized into objects. I find this practice disrespectful. For example, new customers that want to use the discount must rejecting. Please use who when referring to people. You can make should to refer to animal as who, but some prefer that. We shouldn't use that on people because it is disrespectful.
My name is Vachala Sunit Wongnaithia. My student number is 62123405075, section 001. Choosing who versus whom. A differentiate between the words used as a subject, who, and as an object, whom. For example, with whom should I speak to? This example works better for the general business writing. It's reflecting the natural conversation, beginning with and or but. Grammatical standards have relaxed. Starting sentence with these conjunctions adds to your rhythmic varieties and give you a way to add a little verb, especially to online writing. And you can start an occasional sentence with yet, or, and so. Using sentence fragment. Every sentence must be complete with noun, verb, and object. For example, here is a summary. Pretty long, I know. We should complete the sentence by adding it to the sentence. So, the complete sentence is, here is a summary. It's pretty long, I know. Ending with prepositions. Similarly, sentences such as these that end with prepositions are fine. For example, he's a man I can't get along with. Many stock bearers end with prepositions. A general guideline for business writing is used for what feel comfortable in conversations. Fine-tuning punctuations, comma, period, question marks, and other punctuations signals matter a lot. They tell people how to read your writing. This semicolon should be used sparingly in business writing. It's used to separate comparative sentences. Parentheses are similarly unpopular because they are distracting and slow down your reading. Use words to help clarify. The dash is highlighting the text and saves space, such as Monday to Sunday. Colon. It's used to distribute things. And the first letter following the colons is not capitalized. Colon. Used to distribute things. And the first letter following the colons is not capitalized. An example, I want the following items, colons, butter and sugar. Quote marks, used to tell who said what, in case you say what someone else has told you, such as, Mom has told me to wash the dishes. Exclamation point, used in exclamation or command and warning. Example, beware. The serial comma is used to increase the description area. The journalist grammar guideline is how to present the ideas and information in the clearest, more succinct, and interesting way possible. 1. Don't use no double negative. 2. Make each pronoun agree with their attendants. For example, a girl, use she. 3. Join clause good, like a conjunction should. 4. About them sentence fragment. In the sentence, there should have subject, verb, and object. 5. When dangling, watch your participles is to add verb plus ing or ed. 6. Verb have to agree with their subject. 7. Just between you and I, case important too. We should use us. 8. Don't write run-on sentence. They are hard to read. 9. Don't use comma, which aren't necessary. 10. Try to not ever split infinitive. There are two types of infinitive, is with to and without to. For example, with to is I want to know, and without to is I can't swim. 11. It's important to use your apostrophes correctly. 12. Proofread your writing to see if you any words out. 13. Correct spelling is essential. 14. Avoid unnecessary redundancy. 15. Be more or less specific. 16. Avoid clicks like the plague. Thank you.
พลอยไพลิน ชัยคิริน Student ID 62123405030 Reviewing and proofreading the final check. Before sending your message or document worldwide or to its target audience, check it all out. Does my computer crash grammar groups, Microsoft Word and other word processors have a grammar and spell check feature that identifies possible errors and identifies potential corrections. All three tools will help us accepting corrections. Without a doubt, is like trusting your smartphone. The more complex it, the more likely it will be misunderstood. Checking the big picture. To check the writing work to elevate the reference message, first the content, impact, and tone. For example, is my purchase complete? Absolutely clear. Can I get to point quickly on message? Does every element of the message support I want? Is the level of detail correct? Not too much, not too little. Just enough to make my case. Step even process back and read your document from your recipient viewpoint. For example, will the reading know what I want and how to respond to this document? If I am a recipient, I will be interested in this my document enough to read and reply or not. Easy access? Easy to read? And finally, if this document was passed on to the recipients, to thousands of people to understand this, it would be perfect. Fulfilling your work. Fulfilling is separate from writing, editing, and many print media hire outside proofing company. Prevent to cause minimal error. Try proofreading trips. This is the best way to prove yourself or someone else's work. It depends on the experience. For example, make sure in case of a major document to keep an original unedited version. Look for words that are often misspelled. Every grammar book has this list, or you can easily find one online. Keep a copy on your desk. Recheck all the press where a mistake was proved most embarrassing. Resentence quotes. Creating your personal writing improvement guide. There is a strong consistency with the mistake made. So your writing flow will help make it clearly. For example, in the table is as follows. How do I know when it's okay, brain the grammar rules, and when it's not? As it is what essential. Mistake or the reader might misinterpret it. If you just one thing, it isn't break the rule. Therefore, the writing depends on the situation in which you want to write formally. You choose the right words. The writing we read through trade or publication can be misleading, selecting, which is extremely dangerous in literal communication. Diversion or smiling don't think sense emoji will do the trick.